Ladies and gentlemen, we just picked up a package from my mailbox, and today we're gonna make a video on the most interesting budget monitor that I've ever seen because of how low priced this is right now. This is a company called KTC. They came out with this 1440p, 180 hertz IPS monitor that can rotate as well vertically. And I got this thing for $160. So normally you can't buy any monitor with those specs at that price. So we're gonna actually like take a look at this thing, unbox it, set it up, and I'm gonna give you my honest feedback as to, does this actually live up to the hype, and is this worth going out there and actually buying something this inexpensive? Because I have a lot of questions on how they're actually able to, sell something for that little price. Because most of the time you see monitors like this, well into the $200, $300 range, and it's an IPS panel as well, which is unique. I would think this would be a VA panel, but it's not. So let's unbox this thing and we'll take a look at it. All right, so booting up for the first time. Obviously I haven't turned anything on, but we got a blue light in the bottom right. We got the KTC logo. Also got my light above or see my reflection. But yeah, try to clean up my cables as much as possible. It's not perfect right now. Not a huge fan that it comes with a brick just for the power here. My old Scepter monitor just came with a straight cable. There was no brick required. So the power supply must have been in the monitor itself somehow. Let's boot up my Xbox and we can see what this looks like live together, ladies and gentlemen. But overall, I mean, here's my Asus, here's the KTC, both 27-inch monitors, so as you can see, they're exact same size. I am noticing though, the bezels on the KTC are so much smaller than the Asus. Obviously, this is a little bit outdated, but yeah, this is the new monitor. Let's go check Xbox settings and see what kind of specs we can get out of this thing. So here's the specs page right now. As you can see, 120 hertz. Obviously, this supports up to 180 hertz, but for Xbox Series S, the console itself can only do 120 hertz. Currently set to 1080p, but as you can see, this can go up to 1440p. Xbox has this 4K UHD option. This is just upscaled. It's not actual 4K. My monitor doesn't support that. So we're gonna change this to 1440p. 1080p was sharp anyway, but this should look even better. Okay, so I finally was able to actually get this at 1440p, 120 hertz. The way I was able to do this was, originally it was only letting me choose between 1080p, 60 hertz or 120 hertz and 1440p 60 hertz. Ironically enough, the way I was able to fix this was I went to video fidelity and overscan. Originally this was such an HDMI. For some reason, when it's such an HDMI, it makes you choose between the two. I have no idea why, but when you change it to auto detect, then it lets you have both. Don't ask me why Xbox did this. Maybe it's the monitor's fault. I'm not sure, but that's how you essentially get 1440p hertz. So first impressions, this thing's like super colorful. I think that's because it's IPS. I heard rumors this was a VA panel. I can definitely see a difference between this and my old Scepter monitor. The colors seem a lot more vibrant on this and not muted. Viewing angles seem better as well. So I'm gonna use this for a little bit and then I'll get back to you guys on like the actual quality. I also just want to confirm with this monitor. So it has two HDMI ports, two display ports, comes with a display port cable, not an HDMI cable. You need HDMI 2.0 to support 1440p 120 hertz. The HDMI cables on, the HDMI ports on the monitor itself support 1440p 144 hertz, although Xbox Series S caps out at 120 hertz, obviously. And then the display ports can go 1440p, 180 hertz if you kick it into overdrive. So if I were to hook this up to my PC, which I do, I could hit the 120 hertz if I really wanted to, although you can't really tell the difference at that point. So there's the specs for you. Okay, so I wanted to also just run through the different settings you can adjust with this monitor. Also, like, hooked up to my PC right here, it's on par, if not, actually, I think it's better than my Asus TUF gaming monitor. Just the colors look a lot more natural and as bold, and here it's like, it's fine. There's some backlight bleed on this one, I do notice. It's not apparent on this one. So there is a button in the back, which I do appreciate, and it's super easy to navigate, just going up and down. It's just like a circular button. You can go to display, adjust brightness, contrast, black, equalize. Honestly, I haven't touched anything, and I actually like the default settings on here. You probably, who's watching this, will probably appreciate the default settings as well. Color temperature, gamma, hue, saturation, just all this stuff, but I like default. FreeSync / G-Sync, make sure to turn that on. What that does is basically reduce screen tearing by adjusting the frame rate of the monitor, which with your frame rate on your computer, so it's really smooth. HDR, have it on auto. DDC, CI, I'm not sure what those are. You can adjust the different inputs, that's super easy. All these others, something like that. So so far, and if I just back out of this, I'm loving this monitor. This is an absolute steal, KTC. I'll leave a link down in the description for you guys to go pick this up. This was $160. I paid like over $220 for this Asus, and I'd honestly argue this one is better quality. Even I just want to call out, even if my mouse would work, even just the smoothness of this monitor. Like if we bring up like Discord or something like that for load, of course there's like an update here like every 5 seconds, and bring up Chrome as well. Okay, we have even just the smoothness on this. It looks like smoother on this compared to my Asus monitor. It's really hard to notice, but it just looks like the colors get maintained better on this one versus this one. I also just know like the blacks look more inky on this one compared to like, there's a little bit of backlight bleed on this one compared to this. It's hard to describe on camera. Maybe you guys can see that, but overall, loving this monitor. You guys should go pick it up. I can't think of any real negatives with this monitor, to be honest. Like, it has everything you need, and it's $160. Like, you cannot go wrong. Asus, KTC, DC, winner. Like this video if you appreciate this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Tech with Scott. Bye everyone, peace. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching another video on my channel. If you're interested, click over here to subscribe to the channel, and click over here for another amazing tech video review / tutorial. And yeah, thanks so much for checking out the channel. Appreciate all you guys. See you in the next video.